So, this is the same team. We know it's the same team. We know we can beat them. We know they're not the best. And we're just going to set this up to get either a quick kill or to easily win this in the long run and just play it. So the first thing we're going to set up for is a quick kill. So I'm getting on the Sham as quickly as possible, getting my diseases up. I should have kicked that Hex, but I figured we'd be fine. My Paladin trinkets it because I have Vendetta up. I have the full row of damage over times. He's going to get his Slice and Dice up as maxed as he can. Ruptures up, all of his cooldowns. Literally all of his cooldowns. He sprinted, he dismantled, he's going to Smoke Bomb. I'm on the healer. Gargoyle's up. This means if I do get peeled, my damage is still going through. I stunned him for some of his burst, which helps a lot. Their Heroism is up for another 10 seconds. I'm stuck in smoke. I can't coil heal myself in this, but I do trinket out of it so I can get away from the smoke and get healed. Right here, their Heroism's about to fade. We've pulled a trinket out of the Rogue. I've put out a lot of pressure on this Shaman, despite getting on the whole time. If I would have gone in and tried to kick that instead of grip it, I probably could have gotten it, but it would have been close. Had I played that better, we might have been able to get a kill right here. If I had my IBF up for this kidney shot that came, I might have been able to get it, but versus all of their cooldowns for a quick kill, I'm not going to worry about playing overly defensive against a rogue like this. He has used a lot of his cooldowns already. There's his evasion, and I'm just going to take off. Grip the Shaman in. My pet's back on him. Water Shield did go back up, but it is going to tick out, and it's going to be fine. There's no Earth Shield up on this rogue, so I can do a lot of damage to him, and the Shaman does actually have to heal it. He can't really mitigate it too much. My pet is on the Shaman because his Water Shield's falling off. I don't see it on his buffs. It might still be up, but I'm not sure. My pet's on him, just slowing these casts down considerably. That healing wave ended up being like a 3.3 second cast. Sitting on the DPS, my pet enrages. I switched him back. My stun will be up in about 30 seconds. I have my Gnome Racial, almost my Trinket, and Anti-Magic Shell up, which, if you don't know this trick, for Rogues and Pharaoh Druids, their snares are considered magic, and even though they're almost always up, Death Knights have a way out of them. So, here I realize this is just going to take forever sitting on the DPS, so I take off. He blew his sprint, and I chain deviced it, and I'm just going to run. I am going to force this rogue to either 45-minute timeout this match or switch to my Paladin. And my Paladin knows exactly what I'm doing. He's kind of confused at first, I think, and then I actually end up typing to him because I get far enough away from pretty bad line of sight as well, and this rogue can't do anything. So I'm just watching where he's going on his nameplate, leaving my pet on him full time, just watching the roughly 2k damage go through. Make sure Desecration is down on him, and then take off running. There's Outbreak to put my Blood Plague up at range, and I'm just going to continue Chains of Icing. My Paladin gets a full drink off. This Shaman is having to heal his rogue through this. He's not building combo points on anything. He's not being able to get his Recuperate up or anything to prevent damage. And we pulled his Sprint and his Cloak of Shadows out of him, which is pretty good because that means he's susceptible to pretty much everything at this point. I thought I was line of sighted for this Hex because I was behind him, and my Paladin thought I Dark Simmed it, but I didn't. If I was on my warrior, I would have tried to Spell Reflect it and sat in front. But I catch a 7-second Strangulate before that heal goes off. Start spamming Necrotic Strike like no other. Make sure my pet's enraged. He's going to be cleaving both. My Gargoyle is up, but I'm not going to blow the Ruin Power to get it. I'm going to try to keep my Ruins off cooldown. Pet stun to make sure he can't get anything else. I do catch a cast with that as well. Although I don't think he would have gotten through my Necrotic Strike, which was up to about 40k at that point. And that is the kill. And if you're playing a DK versus this comp and either of you can't get a kill 1v1, just kite a rogue to death. I play a gnome. I get to Anti-Magic Shell Gnome Racial and not worrying about him using a blind to catch up to me and catching a kidney shot or whatever. So that pretty much ended the match, and I spent most of that kiting.